Alright, so we can put to have you with us today.
Welcome, what's popping? I will buy the name LAYCON and it's gonna say.
Finally, we have Laycon, the music artists.
Yeah, that's what's up.
We've been longing for this for a very long time. People to recognize you as an artist,
I mean, it's not longing when you put it that way. It's just, it's there, hanging in the air. But now, yeah, I mean, the album finally just puts a whole lot of it to rest, though. That's it.
So how does it make you feel now? People anticipating your music, wanting to hear from you.
People are hearing the music. It makes me feel good. I mean, people have always been anticipating music, but now it's just on a larger scale. And yeah, it feels great. It feels wonderful.
Making it up to the charts, it's been coming. Having your songs on the top 10, top 5, #1 song in the country.
I haven't had #1 song in the country yet, but we'll get there. I mean, yeah, the album peaked at #2 in the country. The album peaked at #1 on iTunes chart. The album peaked at #1 Audio Mac, #1 West Africa. Peaked in Finland charts, Netherlands charts, Botswana, Kenya, Zambia, Mozambique, Cape Verde, South Africa, Uganda, Ghana. I mean, yeah, countries, a whole lot of countries. The album is charting in a whole lot of countries, UAE, Taiwan. So I mean, it feels wonderful to have that kind of project, my first album, do those kind of charts and get the kind of numbers that it's getting first week and second week. And it's a wonderful thing, and I'm actually happy about that.
Alright, so releasing the album now, I think you took a bold move. What was the inspiration? Why do you think yes, it's time for my guys to have this?
I mean, it's just the motive behind it. Like, put out an album. Why not put out an album? It's why another EP? Put out an album. There's loads of music here, so why not just put out an album? And then we were intentional about the whole music process. It's the first introduction after the whole Big Brother thing, and yeah, it's just me introducing myself as an artist. Like, who is Laycon? Now that you know who Laycon is, shall we begin? In earnest, shall we begin to just listen to music and just make music and create wonderful memories and wonderful experiences for people through music? And that's just it.
All the tracks on the album, co-written by you decided to feature 5 deliberate,
Yeah, I mean, I work with songwriters like Shore on the album. Then I featured YKB, I featured Joe Boy Tenny, Mayokun, featured Starboy Terry. These were intentional features, yeah, because I know what this kind of artists stand for. When you listen to their music, you just know what to expect, and you know you're going to be having fun listening to these people's music. So I want people to listen to Shall We Begin and enjoy it, not listen to it and just get just one type of genre. That was why we did different type of songs on the album. There's high life, there's amapiano, there's rap, there's street song, and then there's just vibe, there's afro pop, there's pop. Just a whole lot of vibes on the album that we put together to create a body of work.
I know usually when people try to collaborate on songs, there's a challenge. So which, the 5 collaboration, do you think was a little bit stressful?
None was actually stressful. In fact, first off, I didn't even know how Miyokun did his verse because I was in the house. I came out of the house and I met the verse for Verified. So Verified I had already created 2019. Joe Boy was easy peasy. My G. Tenny, a wonderful person to work with. She actually made it very, very memorable working with her. Terry is also a very, very talented individual. The same thing with YKB, and the same thing with this. And I mean, yeah, those are the people on the songs, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, these people, they made it very easy to work with them. It wasn't stressful. It wasn't hard at all, and they were really helpful in imputing all of the direction that I wanted. I mean, the direction I wanted was one thing, but they also helped make it easy to go in that direction, and they actually influencing the album a whole lot.
Yeah, you made mention of doing the song with Mayokun before you went to the house.
I didn't do the song with Mayokun before I went into the house. I did. Verified was supposed to be on Who's Laycon EP, but I didn't make the EP because it didn't go with the direction we wanted the EP to go. And I went into the house, I came out, and there was already a verse for Verified. So it wasn't like I and Mayokun linked before the house. It was just, it happened that way. But I still linked with him after though, and he's a wonderful person, a great personality, great inspiration, great son, great person to be around, honestly.
Makes sense. So the 12, track album, what's your favorite on it?
No, all the songs are my favorite actually. Yeah, all the songs are my favorite. I enjoy all the songs equally because all the songs actually mean something to me. That the whole album is my favorite. So that's it. Because if I were to say, okay, this song is my favorite, then I'll probably just release one song instead of releasing an album.
There's one song that that suits you and that really, okay, this is.
I mean, if there's a song I'm personally attached to, it's My Lane and All Over Me. Yeah, those are songs that I feel like the creation was different from every other one, and I'm kind of attached to those songs in a personal way.
Right. So the producers you worked with on this project.
I mean, I worked with Hells, worked with D-Will, worked with Finito, Titanium, J-Synth, Major Banks. These are producers that we worked with on the album, and Shemzy also. Shemzy produced 4 for me. These producers, they're actually very, very talented, and they're actually wonderful people. I mean, Hells, the Grammy Award-winning producer, and it's just working with him was fun. It's great. Tells is actually my friend. So I mean, working with him is actually great. And working with Finito and Titanium also, it was great working with these guys. And they just made, I feel like a whole lot of everybody that on this album, they made sure that they treated the project like theirs. And that's just what I took away from working with all those people, including the featured artists. They treated the projects as if it was their own personal project. And that made it come out the way it did.
So generally speaking, made charts, made the, but what has been the general, reception for the album so far?
Positive, mad positive, do mad numbers. I mean, Audiomack released something like most streamed album of 2021, and my album was one of them, and that's just in the first week. So I mean, we're doing mad numbers everywhere. So I'm really proud of myself. I'm proud of the fans. I'm proud of the people that are actually streaming. Because when I compare this album to the previous projects that I put together, the numbers in the first week put together not even up to what Shall We Begin is doing right now. So I'm actually proud of myself. I'm proud of how the album is moving.
So what video should we be expecting next?
I mean, we're working on videos at the moment, definitely, but I like to keep things close to my chest. So I'm not going to divulge the video that we'll be putting out next, but we're working on the videos already as I speak.
I think there's a close friendship with you and Joe Boy. But I think you guys are like...
Yeah, that's facts. I mean, I'm cool with Joe Boy. We're very close.
So there are more songs, joints and EP coming up.
Let's not get ahead of myself. There's the Shall We Begin album right now. Keep streaming and keep sharing. Keep talking about the album. Stream on all platforms. Any platforms that you use, keep streaming the album. Let's get the numbers up and up and up. Away.
Alright, so it's been fun talking to you on the album.
Yeah, thank you so much to tooXclusive. I mean, it's been one of the blogs that I respect since I've been in my university days. Respect to tooXclusive for giving us first-hand gist and new music always on the blog. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate this.
Alright.
tooXclusive TV.